Hi everyone, happy Sunday. I am outside enjoying some nice weather today. So maybe you would want to watch your Sunday school video outside today. I think that's a good idea. Um, I'm outside at the church. I'm just sitting in a nice shady spot. You can see the blue sky. Look at that over there. and I'm sitting in the grass. It's pretty nice. Since I'm outside, I have no control over the noise that may come from the road, so I'm sorry if that happens. I'll try to talk louder in case I can tell that something's coming. Alright, so we are still in Exodus, and we just left off of the Israelites. They're free, they've left Egypt, they're good to go, now they're walking. And we're going to talk about a place that they walked today. So in my Bible, we're at Exodus chapter 13, and it's really cool because I have a little heading that tells us where we're going. It says we're crossing the sea. Woo! So we're crossing the sea. I think I might have just got bit by a bug. Okay, might need to be fast. I don't know how long I'm gonna last out here in the bugginess. Okay, so we're crossing the sea, and we're at verse 17, chapter 13, verse 17. And it says, when Pharaoh let the people go, God did not lead them on the road through the Philistine country, though that was shorter. God could have let them a shorter way, and he said no. Okay. For God said, if they face war, they might change their minds and return to Egypt. So God led the people around the desert road towards the Red Sea. The Israelites went up out of Egypt ready for battle. Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, because Joseph had made the Israelites swear an oath. He had said, God will surely come to your aid, and then you must carry my bones up with you from this place. Well, that's pretty nifty. Okay. So Joseph made them swear an oath, and now we've got to carry Joseph's bones. Cool. After leaving Sukkoth, they camped out at the edge of a desert. By day the Lord went ahead of them in a pillar of cloud to guide them on the way by night, and a pillar of fire for them at night as their light, so they could travel day or night. So God was in a pillar of cloud. God does that sometimes in the Bible. He shows up in a pillar of cloud. And to me, I sort of visualize like a little guys, whoa, I see a deer. It's so cool. So cool. Oh my gosh. I wonder, let me try something. Okay, I'm gonna can I reverse my camera? No, I can't. Bummer. Okay. Wow, what a fun time. Okay, so God is in a pillar of cloud, and he does that every once in a while in the Bible, and I sort of visualize kind of like a tornado of cloud, if that makes sense. You might visualize something different, but that's what I see, honestly. And so then he was also in a pillar of fire, so I kind of also think of like a swirly like fire situation, because it's tall and they need it to see. So anyway, that's what God was doing so that he could lead them day or night. Okay, so neither the pillar of cloud by day nor the pillar of fire by night left its place in front of the people. So that was always there. God didn't take that away. Now we're in chapter 14. Okay. Then the Lord said to Moses, tell the Israelites to turn back and encamp between Migdol and the sea. They are to encamp by the sea, directly opposite of Baal. Pharaoh will think the Israelites are wandering around the land in confusion, hemmed in by the desert. Just like Pharaoh, underestimating how cool the Israelites are. Oh boy. I thought we were done with this. Get ready. It says, and I will harden Pharaoh's heart. What? We're hardening Pharaoh's heart again? Oh my goodness, I thought we were done. Anyway, he's gonna pursue the Israelites. He's coming after them. My goodness. But I will gain glory for myself through Pharaoh and all his army, and the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord. So the Israelites did this. When the king of Egypt was told by the people that they had fled, Pharaoh and his officials changed their minds about them and said, what have we done? We have let the Israelites go and we lost their service. Uh-oh. They're regretting their decision to let the Israelites go. That's no good. So he had his chariot made ready and took his army with him. He took 600 of his best chariots, along with all the other chariots of Egypt, with officers over all of them. The Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, so that he pursued the Israelites who were marching out boldly. Oh my goodness. So Pharaoh, he's got a situation. He's got chariots, a lot of them. He's got all the officials, and he is coming after the Israelites. This doesn't sound too good. I thought we were going to have a happy ending here. Anywho, so the Egyptians and Pharaoh's horses and chariots, horsemen and troops, pursued the Israelites and overtook them as they camped by the sea. Oh no. Okay. Oh, that deer is moving. So cool. I think it's making a sound. Like a deer sound, you know? Anyway. I wish I could show you, but I can't figure it out. So we'll just keep going with Pharaoh. As Pharaoh approached the Israelites, he looked up and there were the Egyptians marching after him. They were terrified and they cried out to the Lord. They said, Moses, was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us to the desert to die? Oh, here we go. We've got our first Israelite complaint. My word. Here we go. Okay, and didn't we say to you in Egypt, leave us alone, let us serve the Egyptians? It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the desert. Oh my goodness. Moses answered the people, do not be afraid. Hey, isn't that fun? Moses tells them kind of something that God has always told them. Don't be afraid. That's good advice, Moses. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today you will never see them again. Oh, that's good and positive. You're not going to see these Egyptians after today. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Wow, that's good advice for life, right? Sometimes we try to act and do all the things, but honestly, we just need to be still and let God do the work. Okay, so then the Lord said to Moses, why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to move on. Raise your staff and stretch out your hands over the sea to divide the water so the Israelites, get this, can go through the sea on dry ground. Moses is about to part the sea. I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians so that they will go after them, and I will gain glory through Pharaoh and all his armies through his chariots and his horsemen. The Egyptians will know that I am the Lord when I gain glory through Pharaoh, his chariots, and his horsemen. Then the angel of God, who had been traveling in front of Israel's army, withdrew and went behind them. The pillar of cloud, remember, he never took that away. That's always been there. So the pillar of cloud also moved from in front and stood behind them, coming between the armies of Egypt and Israel. Throughout the night, the cloud brought darkness to the one side and light to the other, so neither went near the other all night long. So what happened was, like, the pillar of cloud kind of helped to separate the Egyptians because the Egyptians were coming after the Israelites, okay? So when it was behind them, it shone light so the Israelites could keep moving, but then it also created darkness, so the Egyptians kind of got confused a little bit. So we're in verse 21, and it says, then Moses stretched out his hands over the sea, and all that night the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind and turned it into dry land. Well, the waters were divided, and the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground with a wall of water on the right and on the left. The Egyptians pursued them, and all Pharaoh's horses and chariots and horsemen followed them into the sea. Oh no, they're catching up! During the last watch of the night, the Lord looked down from the pillar of fire and cloud at the Egyptian army and threw them into confusion. Ooh, they're confused now. My goodness. He jammed the wheels of the chariots so they had difficulty driving, and the Egyptians said, let's get away from the Israelites. The Lord is fighting for them against Egypt. Yeah, this is the God of the Israelites. You guys haven't been treating them too good. Of course God's gonna do these things. Okay, then the Lord said to Moses, stretch out your hands over the sea so the water may flow back over the Egyptians and the chariots and the horsemen. Oh boy, so we had the parted sea, and then God just said, hey, actually, so you guys all made it through, but now, like, close your hands, well, part, and then the ocean is gonna come back over, and I'm just gonna be honest, if those Egyptians weren't very good swimmers, they probably did not make it out of the sea. Okay, so, Moses stretched out his hands over the sea, and at daybreak the sea went back into its place. The Egyptians were fleeing towards it, and the Lord swept them into the sea. The water flowed back and covered the chariots and horsemen, the entire army of Pharaoh that had followed the Israelites into the sea. Oh, none of them survived. There we go. So they got stuck in the sea, and they did not survive. The Egyptians. The Israelites made it out okay. But the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground with a wall of water on their right and on their left. That day the Lord saved Israel from the hands of the Egyptians. Yeah! And Israel saw the Egyptians lying dead on the shore. Ugh, that's not too great. And when the Israelites saw the mighty hand of the Lord displayed against the Egyptians, the people feared the Lord. Not a I'm afraid of you fear, it's I respect you fear. And they put their trust in him and in Moses, his servant. Oh my goodness, that is an action-packed story. And I think the deer listened, because there were a few times he stopped and looked at me and his ears were perked up, which was super duper cool. Anyway, I just love this story so much because we see how powerful God is. He parted a sea. He let Moses part the sea. And I love at the end, the writer tells us that when the Israelites saw what happened, they got a new respect for God, and they put their trust in God and in Moses. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens next week. We just got through. I don't know if it can get any better. I really like that one. See what happens after they get through the sea. What are they going to do? So we'll see what happens next week with that. And an activity for you to do today. This is a really fun thing to think about in your head. And you might be like, wow, part an ocean. That's awesome. Or a sea, really. And oceans and seas are two different things. But I think it'd be cool if you wanted to draw a picture of the sea being parted and the Israelites going on through. So draw a picture of the sea being parted and send me a picture of that, because I love when you guys share your things with me. It's so great and encouraging. And also, if you have any God moments, hey, send them my way. And I think my God moment this week is that there is a really nice, I just made a new friend, honestly, and she leads this small group that I'm a part of, and she's really nice, and we've gone on a few walks, just like because we have to social distance, so it's a nice safe thing to do. We walk around our neighborhood, and it's been really, really great, and we talk about God and life and what God's doing in our lives, and it's really good to have friends that you can talk with about God and how awesome he is. So that is my wow God moment this week. I'm pretty thankful to have a new friend. Alrighty, friends, I am going to let you go, and I'm going to try to take a picture of this deer, if I can get close enough. Maybe I can get a picture and send it to you. If you don't see the picture, I probably didn't get the picture. So that's what happened. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and we will pick it up next week. Happy Sunday.